Hi, I'm Anne from Game Like a Mother. I specialize in games that can be played in 20 minutes or less, and this is my top 10 list for 3-year-old games. Candyland is not on this list. It is so great to play games with your 3-year-old. They really enjoy it, and it teaches so many wonderful concepts like sharing, taking turns, following the rules. It helps with preschool readiness like math skills, shapes, colors, and fine motor skills. It is so great for so many things, and it is an opportunity to do something with my child besides playing pretend dinosaurs again or having yet another tea party. I have all the games listed in the description of the video along with the timestamp if you want to skip to a particular one. So let's get started. First up, we have Uno Moo, which is Uno, but with little plastic animals that go into a barn. And so it is great for 3-year-olds because there aren't cards for them to mess up. These basically indestructible farm creatures. And it's the same thing as Uno. You're just matching the color or the type of animal. And there's wild farmers or these little white figures. And those work on anything. And you're trying to take turns placing your animals and getting them into the barn first. This is great because grandparents are familiar with this. You as a parent are familiar with this game concept. It's very easy to pick up. There's a little bit of strategy there. But then it also is both toy and game. And those are the ones that you will get out over and over and over again because it can be used as a game, but they also can just play around with the pieces. So this will get a ton of use, grow with the children. A lot of preschools use this game and because it is just such a familiar, fun concept. So this is probably your number one choice for a 3-year-old. Next, we have Busytown Eye Found, which is probably my favorite to play with my children. I have 4 kids, the youngest is 3, and we've really put this game through its paces, and it is well loved in our house. This game is a cooperative game where you lay out this 6-foot board on the floor, and you're trying to get your Busytown characters from the beginning all the way to the island at the end to join the pigs for the picnic before the pigs eat all the food while they're waiting for them. And it's so cute. You do a spinner and you kind of move along each turn, and then sometimes you flip over a card and you all have to look for a specific item on the map while the timer's going. So it's fun. There's not really, there's no penalty if you don't get anything, but if you get a few items, if you find like three of the bananas or traffic lights or numbers or whatever you're supposed to be looking for, then everyone in the group gets to move forward that many spaces on the board. So it's just really cute. Some great basic concepts. Cooperative is good at this age. Makes you want to be on a team with your kids sometimes, and so this is really great for that. And if you like this, there's a Disney card game version of the I Found It that is ideal for travel and is super compact and kind of the same. It's competitive, but the same basic idea, and it's really sweet and very fun too. Next up, we have the Snacky Squirrel game, which is on this list because it is a very popular game. Kids go nuts over the theme. It's so cute. You have the boxes shaped like a tree, and your goal is you have these little wooden logs that you're trying to put one of each color of nut on there, and you get the nuts out of the box with a little squirrel pincher that you use to pick it up. I had a friend talk about how they were supposed to use this to develop fine motor skills in one of her daughters. So there are some good uses for it. It teaches colors, and it's you have a spinner to use. So that's a good thing to be working on with a 3-year-old. You don't realize until you play with younger kids how many of these things are just kind of entirely new concepts and require some practice to get down. So it's so fun. We play this a fair amount. However, just be aware there are a reasonable number of bad things that can happen when you spin the spinner. You can miss a turn, which isn't too bad, where your squirrel's just sleepy and you miss a turn. There's another one where the wind can come along and blow all of the nuts off of the log, which can be a little sad later on in the game. And then the other one is where you get to steal a nut from somebody else's log. And that's a little bit harder. You don't mind when your child's doing it for you, but sometimes you get it and you have to steal a nut from your child. And that's a little bit tough. So just be aware, such a cute game, wonderful components, but there are a few kind of tough things that come along with it. So just know that going in. Next up, we have the Disney Princess Enchanted Cupcake Party game, which goes in and out of availability, so be aware of that. But it's such a great game, and it's been one of my go-to games to gift for so long, so it is well worth a mention. In this game, you have little recipe cards, and you are trying to be the one to assemble the most cupcakes before the clock tower is assembled. If you actually play the game, because half the time when I play this with little kids, you just have all these cute cupcake pieces, and you have all these little recipe cards, and it's just so fun to create different cupcakes. And I don't care if you're a girl or if you're a boy, you like cupcakes, and it's very fun. So everybody loves this game. I've brought this game to my children's preschool classes before. I brought it to our vacation Bible school this last summer, and kids lost their minds over this game because it is so much fun. Even at my older kids, sometimes I'll find them down in the basement, and they'll have gotten this game out, and they're just playing with the pieces because it is so much fun. So this is one of the ones that, is it a toy? Is it a board game? It's definitely a little bit of both, and it seems like 75% of the time it's used as a toy. But the game itself is really cute. You just deal out a certain number of recipe cards to everybody. You are not fighting over pieces. You pick which side of the recipe card everybody is using, and so it's not like, oh, I'm racing to get this like chocolate cupcake bottom. Nope, it is reserved for whoever's supposed to get it, and then you just flip over tiles, and that determines which pieces you're able to get, and then you just are trying to make as many as you can before the clock tower pieces are all flipped over. But I mean, you just can't go wrong with this. We've had our copy for about 8 years, and everything is still in good shape. So, I mean, just a universal appeal, so cute, and it is still well loved in my house 8 years later. Next up, we have Happy Bunny, which is your cooperative alternative to Candyland. It is very similar to Candyland when you look at it. There is the board with different colors for each spot you're supposed to go on, and you and whoever you're playing with take turns rolling a die and moving the bunny along to whatever the next spot is of that color. And then on the die, it also has a number, and you get to collect that number of carrots out of the board. And as a little bunny, you like the ones with the bite marks out of them, and you're collecting those. And then the farmer gets the shiny whole ones that don't have any bite marks, and you're just trying to get more carrots than the farmer by the time you get to the end of the board. So it's really nice that it's cooperative. The kids, I was very impressed because you put the carrots back into the board. It's like this foam board. And all of our carrots, we've had 3-year-olds shoving those pieces back in for a few years now. We're on my 4th kid playing this game, and it still, none of the carrots have gotten bent up. And sometimes, yes, the kids remember where they put certain carrots, and so they know, oh, over in this section is more of the ones that I want. And I think that teaches good memory skills. So that's fine. That's fine if they set up the game a little bit in their favor so that they'll get more of the pieces that they want. So it's just really cute. My daughter got it out again last night, so it's one that they just seem to go back to over and over again. Really sweet theme. I love these animal games for 3-year-olds, and cooperative. It is so nice to have it be a pleasant experience playing a game. It's nice. You want them to be developing, being a team with parents or even with other siblings. It's just such a great thing to do for your children. So instead of cheating, not in your own favor in Candyland so that the child will win and you can go to bed, you can play a cooperative game of Happy Bunny instead, and everybody can go to bed a winner after playing this. Next up, we have Critter Cruise, which is a Bible-themed Noah's Ark matching and memory game in which you are trying to have Noah move along and help the animals be you. If he's by the correct animal and you flip over the suitcase with that animal's picture on it, then the animal gets to take its suitcase and go on the ark. And you're trying to do that before you flip over too many soggy suitcases. And it's a really cute concept. And I like different kind of memory games where it's not just the flipping over the tiles. Those are fine, but it's nice to mix it up a little bit. And this makes it fun and interesting. I enjoy getting to play it with my children. And there aren't a lot of Bible-themed board games out there for little kids, and this one is just so well done, cute theme, and it works really well, and it's a favorite in our house. Next, we have Go Away Monster, which is a game where you get to reach into a bag and pull out bedroom items, and it can be either cooperative or competitive. You're trying to complete your bedroom set, and anytime a monster gets pulled out of the bag, you get to say, "Go away, monster," and toss it into a box. And my kids are a little bit wary of anything creepy or not nice, and they were totally fine with the monsters in this game. In fact, they loved them. My older son made extra little monster tokens to put in there because he enjoyed the monsters so much. So it's really cute. I feel like it would be kind of great if you had a child that was a little bit afraid of the dark or monsters to get to practice shouting, "Go away, monster," and toss them away if you see them. It kind of puts them in control of the situation. Even as an adult, it feels fairly therapeutic to get to shout, "Go away, monster," and toss a monster in the side bin. So it's really cute. And again, you can use them, you can play it as a board game, but the pieces are really cute and fun, so you can play with it as a toy as well, which is key for age 3, to just be flexible and let them play with the game however they like. Next, we have Count Your Chickens, which is a cooperative game in which you are trying to get 40 chickens home to the coop. And this is like a preschool readiness game that it's cooperative. It's very difficult to lose this game, but it's really fun and it helps your child practice counting skills and some basic board game skills. On every turn, you spin the spinner and then you just go to the next space that matches the picture on the spinner, but you count the number of spaces you move. And so then you take that number of chickens and put them in the coop. So it's great for 3-year-olds. They feel very successful because they count, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. They're just doing low number counting over and over and over again. And there's a few different game elements, so it feels strategic and fun. Although there is no strategy involved. It's just whatever the spinner is what you do. And there's a fox that you can spin that makes one chicken go back out of the coop, and then you have to try to gather it again. That's the only negative thing that can happen in this game. And then at the end, you're supposed to count up to 40. And geez, if your 3-year-old can count up to 40, that's pretty amazing. And so then you do that together. So it's just great preschool practice, and it's fun and in game form. I just swear by games for learning. It makes it fun for kids, and then they want to, which is huge. And then the other one along these lines is Snug as a bug in a rug. Again, it teaches you have all these colorful bugs on the top of a rug, and you're spinning a spinner around, and depending on the number, shape, color, and size, if it's larger or smaller eyes on the little bug, then you stick them underneath the rug before 3 stink bugs get on top. So again, cooperative, a fun way to teach some preschool skills. So if you're trying to work on any of that in a fun way, both of these games are great choices. Next up, we have Sequence for Kids, which is another great choice because most people are familiar with regular Sequence, and so this is easy to get up and running for all involved. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to get 4 tokens in a row, and then you win. And it has a cute animal theme, and it's a mellow, gentle kind of board game night. Sometimes when my children want to get out a game, and I just want things to be a little easy, it's late and I'm tired, this is a nice choice. This is nice for siblings to play together. And it's pretty simple, the different animals. There's a few different specialty cards that are cute. There's a unicorn and a dragon. So already 100% of the children are on board with the theme. Animals plus unicorn and dragon. You have it all covered. So it's just cute, sweet, leads to regular sequence, and is a great choice for 3-year-olds. And finally, we have Pete the Cat. All of the games. There's Missing Cupcakes, The Wheels on the Bus, Groovy Buttons. All of these games are kind of my placeholder for games that are just the theme of your child's favorite book or TV show. There's probably some preschool level game for them that you can play. The Pete the Cat ones are the ones that get the mention though, because they are cooperative, sweet. They're more of an experience than an actual game. But it's fun to play. If your child isn't enjoying it and learning basic rules for gameplay, I love that the Wheels on the Bus, there's like a puzzle that you get to assemble as part of the game. It's just so cute and it's so fun, and it's great practice for your child for following rules and just learning to enjoy playing a game with somebody else. And this is where I say theme is so important to children. So if you can pick the right theme that they're into, they'll want to play this game, and then they'll move on and play more and more games, and there are just so many benefits. So find the right game for your child and you will be set. So that's it for my top 10 3-year-old games. Playing a game with your child is so great for family bonding, and there are so many other great educational and developmental benefits as well. So I hope you found a good game from this list, and I'll see you next time from Game Like a Mother.